63 BCE, the Roman Republic stood at the edge of collapse, and one man's conspiracy nearly destroyed it all.
This is the true story of the Catiline Conspiracy, Rome's first attempted coup d'etat.
Meet Lucius Sergius Catilina, war hero, senator, and a man with nothing left to lose.
Once, he was Rome's champion, a decorated general who conquered enemies across the empire.
But now, bankrupt, disgraced, buried in debt and political enemies.
He ran for consul, the highest office in Rome. Twice he tried. Twice he was rejected.
Standing in his way, Marcus Tullius Cicero, a self-made man who'd just become consul.
Two men, one desperate for power, one determined to protect the Republic.
Catiline gathered men like himself, the desperate, the indebted, the ambitious.
The plan? Assassinate the Senate leadership, burn Rome, seize total control. They swore a blood oath, an ancient pact that could only end in victory or death.
Even Rome's richest man, Crassus, may have secretly funded them. Everyone had something to gain. Even Julius Caesar knew about the plot. But did he support it? Or just wait to see who'd win?
But conspiracies have a fatal flaw. Someone always talks. A courtesan named Fulvia overheard the plot. She went straight to Cicero. The consul now knew everything.
Assassination, arson, civil war. Rome was hours away from destruction.
Cicero called an emergency session of the Senate. Time to expose the traitors!
November 8th, 63 BCE. The day that would change Roman history forever. Catiline walked in, defiant, arrogant, surrounded by enemies. And then, Cicero spoke the words that would echo through history.
Quo Usque Tandem abutere, Catilina, pacientia nostra. How long, Catiline, will you abuse our patience?
Cicero laid out every detail. The fires, the murders, the coup, all of it.
Catiline denied everything, called it lies, political persecution. But the evidence was overwhelming. Out, out! There was no going back now! It was war!
That night, Catiline fled Rome, heading north to join his army of rebels and debtors.
Cicero had intercepted the conspirators' letters. Written proof. Signed confessions.
5 of the conspirators were arrested. Rome demanded blood. But how would they die? Caesar argued for mercy. Life imprisonment, not execution. He spoke of Roman law and justice.
But Cato the Younger stood firm. These men tried to burn Rome. They must die! The Senate voted by overwhelming majority. Death! Immediate execution.
They were taken to the Tullianum, Rome's oldest prison. A place you entered only to die.
See that it is done. December 5th, 63 BCE. Cicero gave the order. The conspirators were strangled that night.
No trial, no appeal, just execution. The conspirators died in darkness.
Rome erupted in celebration. Cicero was hailed Pater Patriae, father of the fatherland.
News reached Catiline. His allies were dead. His cause was doomed. But he wouldn't surrender. The Roman legions marched north. Disciplined, professional, unstoppable.
January 62 BCE, near Pistoria, the final battle. Catiline would fight to the death.
Catiline threw away his senator's ring. He was no longer a Roman politician. He was a revolutionary. The battle was brutal. Catiline's men fought with the fury of the desperate.
Catiline led from the front, sword in hand, fighting like the warrior he once was. But discipline beat desperation. The legions broke through. The rebels scattered.
Catiline refused to run. Surrounded by enemies, he fought until the very end.
Every single rebel died. Not one surrendered. The conspiracy was over.
Word reached Cicero. Victory. The Republic was saved. But at what cost?
Irony. Just years later, Cicero himself was exiled. His enemies claimed he executed citizens without trial.
And Caesar? He became the dictator Catiline dreamed of being. But that's another story.
The Catiline Conspiracy echoes through history. Every generation faces those who would burn it all down.
The Republic survived. Barely. Subscribe to explore more moments when history hung in the balance.